Hello students, welcome to RE-NEET revision schedule conducted by SARVAJNA and Justice Shivraj Patil PU College of Science, Kalburgi and Raichur. So let us discuss first Unit 1, the revision questions. We have selected 10 questions, important questions from the Unit 1, Class 11, Living World, Biological Classification, Plant Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. So let us start question number 1. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Statement number 1. In binomial nomenclature, the name of an organism consists of two components. So we know the rules of binomial nomenclature. So in binomial nomenclature, the name of an organism consists of two components. Yes, it is correct. So one is called as generic and the other one is specific. So the statement number 2, the first name of organism represents specific name and the second generic name. So here this statement is 2 is wrong and 1 is correct. So second statement, why it is wrong? The first name of organism represents not specific, it is genus. Then the second one refers specific epithet. So hence this statement 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. So the correct option will be A. 1 is true, 2 is false. So let's discuss second question. Read the following statement and answer the question which follows them. So the first one, which starts from here. In liverworts, mosses and ferns, gametophytes are free living. So gametophytes are free living in liverwort, mosses and ferns. So this statement is correct because the plant body in the bryophytes, that is liverwort, is gametophytic, and in the mosses also it is gametophytic, they are free living, and the ferns, the plant body is sporophytic, but still the gametophytic is independent body. So the first statement is correct. So we can go like this. First statement is correct. Second one, gymnosperms and some ferns are heterosporous. So we take gymnosperms and ferns. So gymnosperm are also heterosporous. Some species are heterosporous like Pinus, and ferns are heterosporous. Ferns like Selaginella and as well as Salvinia. These are heterosporous. So hence the statement 2 is also right. Third statement. Sexual reproduction in fucus, volvox and albigo is oogamous. So the reproduction, sexual reproduction is of 3 types. So one is isogamous, anisogamous, oogamous. So here the examples of fucus, volvox and albigo all are oogamous type. So hence this option is also correct. The next, the sporophyte in liverworts, sporophyte in liverworts is more elaborate than that of mosses. So they have given liverwort and mosses. Which one is elaborate? See, liverwort is primitive bryophyta, moss is advanced. So here sporophyte in liverworts is actually, here they have to give mosses. So it becomes the sporophyte of mosses is more elaborate than of the liverworts. So but this statement is wrong. So fourth one is wrong. So how many of the above statements are correct? So this is one, first one is correct, second one is correct and the third one is correct. Hence 3 are correct. So next question. How many of the following statements are correct with reference to virus? So they have asked correct with reference to virus. First one. They are obligate intracellular parasites. So viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. They can survive only in the host. This statement is correct. Second one, B statement. They are inert outside their specific host. So they cannot survive outside. So hence they are inert. This is also correct. Virus, then coming to C, virus can be crystallized. According to W.M. Stanley, he gave that viruses can be crystallized, he said, and he also crystallized it. Then that is also correct. So coming to the next one, D. No virus contains either DNA or RNA. So a little bit we have to revise this. No virus contains, they have given either. So actually no virus contains both DNA or RNA. So hence this option here is wrong. So going to F, the protein coat. So F, protein coat called capsid is made up of small subunits called as capsomeres. This is correct. So here only one is wrong and others are correct. So choose the correct option. So A is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the correct option is B. Next question. Consider the following statement with respect to algae. So we are discussing with respect to algae here. Fusion between one large non-motile female gamete and a smaller motile male gamete is termed as oogamy. So in oogamy there will be one large female gamete and one small male gamete. So this is correct. Next one. Fusion of two gametes dissimilar in size is termed as isogamy. Two gametes dissimilar. They cannot be called as isogamy because if they are dissimilar, that is called as anisogamy. Here it should be similar, then only it is called isogamy. So B is wrong. Fusion of two gametes similar in size is called anisogamy. Again here similar in size. So similar means it should be isogamy. This is also wrong. So in chlorophyceae, the major pigments are chlorophyll A and B. Okay, chlorophyceae contains chlorophyll A and B. Food is stored as starch. Of course, it is stored as starch. So the option D is correct. In option E, in rhodophyceae, the major pigments are chlorophyll A and D. Rhodophyceae, chlorophyll A and D is correct. Food is stored as mannitol. It is not stored as mannitol. It is stored as Floridian starch. So this is wrong. So of the above statements, which one are correct, which one are wrong? So here we have B and C, E, wrong. So if you go E is wrong, then this option also will be wrong. Then E here also this will be wrong. Then A is correct and D is correct. So the option will be A and D alone are correct. So next question. Consider the following statement and select the correct option stating which one is true and which one is false. In pinus, branches are dimorphic. There are two types of branches. So we call it as long and short branches. So hence pinus branches are dimorphic. This is true. In pinus, pollination is anemophilous. So pollination by wind is called as anemophilous. This is also true. Roots of pinus are of two types, normal and coralloid. So this is wrong because roots of pinus are mycorrhizal in association. So hence this is wrong. Sexually, pinus is dioecious with distinct male and female plants. So actually pinus is not dioecious, it is monoecious. So this is also false. Here you have to select first two true and two false. So here option C will be correct. So hence the correct option is C. Next question. Which of these statements are incorrect? So you have to identify which one is wrong here. Parapodia are lateral appendages in arthropods used for swimming. So we know parapodia are lateral appendages. This is correct. But it is not in arthropods. It is in annelids. That is, Nereis is an example for that. And that Nereis consists of parapodia which help for swimming. So this option is wrong. Then radula in mollusk are structures involved in excretion. Radula is a tongue-like structure which helps in cutting the food and helps in aid digestion. So this is also the wrong. Third one. Ascialmanthus are dioecious. Of course, Ascialmanthus, we can distinguish male and female. Adult echinoderms are radially symmetrical. So, adult echinoderms are radially symmetrical. So, this option is wrong because adult are bilateral and others are radial. Sorry, adults are radial and adults are radial is correct, but the larva is bilateral symmetry, hence that is correct. Ctenophores are diploblastic organisms. So, ctenophores as well as coelentrates are made up of two wall layers. So, hence they are called as diploblastic organisms. So, we have two options wrong here. One is first one and two. So, the answer is A, 1 and 2 only. Next question. Find the mismatched pair. Here they have given first one Balanoglossus. Balanoglossus. So, the excretory structure here is proboscis. So, this is correct. Then earthworm, second one. Earthworm. The excretory structure is nephridia. So, this is also correct. Third one, that is grasshopper. Grasshopper. The excretory structures are Malpighian tubules. And the last one is prawn. The excretory structures are flame cells. So, third one grasshopper, Malpighian tubules is correct, but the prawn belongs to arthropoda. So, here it is not flame cells. So, flame cells is present in Platyhelminthes. Hence, here prawn you can see Malpighian tubules are present as the excretory structures. So, 4 is nothing but D. So, here this is the correct answer, which is mismatched. Next question. Match the following columns. So, amoeboid, first type is, they have given amoeboid type with examples. Then flagellated protozoans with example. And the ciliated protozoan with example. And sporozoans. So, example is for amoeboid protozoan, you have to match amoeboid protozoan Ant-amoeba histolytica. A is 4. So, amoeboid Ant-amoeba histolytica. This is the example. Flagellated protozoans. So, here flagellate trypanosoma. Trypanosoma gambians causing sleeping sickness. Then ciliated protozoans. So, ciliated paramecium. Paramecium. Then sporozoans. Plasmodium. So, the correct option. So, here amoeboid protozoans, we have first Ant-amoeba histolytica. A is 4. So, the option is B. So, this will be the correct option. Next question. Match the following columns. Parasitic fungi on mustard. If it is not visible, I am repeating you. Parasitic fungi on mustard. So, mustard, on the mustard, the parasitic fungus present is albigo. Albigo is a fungi which cause disease in mustard. Rust and smut diseases. So, we have rust disease as well as smut disease. So, rust disease is caused by Puccinia and smut disease is caused by Stulago. Then genetic work. So, which fungi is used in genetic work? Genetic work, Neurospora. Neurospora. Then edible delicacies. Edible delicacies are morels and truffles. morels and truffles. And the last one is bread mold fungus. Bread mold fungus. Bread mold fungus. It is nothing but Rhizophora. Rhizophora. So here we can match it. The parasitic fungi on mustard albigo. So A is 4. So we have only one option, that is D. So this is the correct option. Last question. Match the following columns. This is about the classification of housefly. Housefly. Drosophila, Melanogaster. So family is Mucidae. Order Diptera. Class is Insecta. Phylum is Arthropoda. So A is 3. So we have A is 3 and D is 2. So this is only one option. A is correct. So first option will be correct. These are the 10 most important questions selected from Unit 1. So all the best for your test which you are going to write, and revise, and more important questions will be discussed in the coming update classes. Thank you.